the resource management and sustainability. I will talk related to the life science part, aquatic organisms. Normally engineers and basically engineers related to the hydropower, they treat water as a commodity to harness the energy. But beside this, there is a life. And this life is also very important. The life that is aquatic life. And the biodiversity, aquatic biodiversity is also important. We people think about that, how we can protect the aquatic biodiversity, how we can propagate the aquatic biodiversity, also with harmony with the energy, because energy is required for we people, for every work. So today's topic that is very relevant, and I start this lecture with this, that on the upper Ganga river basin, there is a Ganga river basin that has the two parts. One is the Bhagirathi and another is the Alaknanda river basin. River Bhagirathi, which originates from Gangotri glacier about 3,900 meters above sea level, and its area its catchment area is 8.846 kilometer, 8,846 kilometer. While river Alaknanda on the other side, this river Alaknanda on the other side, it originates from Satopnath glacier and catchment area is this one. This Bhagirathi and Alaknanda river basin that significantly contribute the richness of cold water aquatic biodiversity. We define water as a cold water, fresh water, marine water. Cold water, I will talk about the cold water aquatic biodiversity here, and you all must be knowing that in this upper Ganga river basin, about 19 dams has already been constructed, smaller or larger. 12 are under constructions and 54 are still proposed. So what happens with the river? River is a fluvial system. But reservoirs, once the dam is constructed, it is a lacustrine system. Standstill water is there. I skip this slide. This extent of HPP in upper Ganga river basin is that for about 3,000, Bhagirathi river basin that has the 8 hydropower projects already commissioned. On the Alaknanda river basin, 11 hydropower projects already commissioned. And all these projects, they harness the 3,164 megawatt energy. On the other side, at the Bhagirathi river basin and Alaknanda river basin, we will able to harness 12,235 megawatt energy once the 12 under construction power project will be completed. Besides this, these 39 power projects, these are the small power projects, they are still proposed, and they can harness the energy 4,644 megawatt. So only from the upper Ganga river basin, the hydropower potential of this upper Ganga river basin is 20,000 megawatt. These hydro engineers says. But once they think about that, sometimes the other sustainability aspects, they are ignored normally. And today we talk about this, and we come over we will try to tell you what are the actual problems. And once you will knowing the problem, then their we should say their solutions already will come out. These hydropower projects, these 19, on the upper Ganga river system are drastically already altered the physiography of the river by dams, impoundments and diversions. Once the hydropower projects are constructed, two types of alteration is there. One is the impoundments, river impoundments, and another is the divergence. And both these, they are very dangerous to the aquatic life. Their natural flow is that is changed, and this has direct impact on the riverine ecology and aquatic biodiversity. I will show you the glimpse of this. The disruption of riverine environment by impoundment and water diversion by existing and proposed activities. In the Bhagirati, length of the Bhagirati river is 217 km, and river length which is diverted in the Bhagirati, that is 16.82%, and river length impounded, that is 31.56%, and total it means 48.40% river length is changed. There is no river there, either that is reservoir or the river is moving through the tunnels. This is the situation. Balganga river 39.79% river length is affected. Alaknanda 48% river length is affected. Pindar, these are the small streams. Major are the Bhagirati and Alaknanda. So almost 28 to 74% river length is affected with these hydropower projects. I will show you the one example of only the Bhagirati river. On this Bhagirati river, these 4 dams are there. I will take these 4 dams. Maneri Valley Phase 1st Dam, Maneri Valley Phase 2nd Dam, Tehri Dam and Koteshwar Dam. The total length of river from its origin to Tehri, Devriyag, because Bhagirati is up to Devriyag. Its total length is 217 km. Out of which original river course that is impounded, that is 68.5 km. This 2 km in the Maneri phase first, 3 km Maneri phase at Joshiara, 44 km Chinialisore to Tehri, 19.5 km downstream to Tehri, this Koteshwar Dam, and in this 68.5 km area of river that is already impounded out of this 217 km, and 36.5 km river length, either it is diverted to the channels or a very low water discharge is there after the dam. So this, it means 48.4% of riverine habitat is lost. I will show you the picture. So what happens with this? Once this river is disappearing, flow pattern and temperature regime of the river is changed once we impound the body. Then flooding pattern changed. डैम्स ऑलरेडी अथॉरिटी कहती है THDC की जब फ्लड नहीं आएगा, मेजर फ्लड आएगा तो हम यहाँ पानी रोक लेंगे, नीचे बाढ़ नहीं आएगी. तो लेकिन फ्लड पैटर्न, इट मीन्स फ्लड पैटर्न, सीजनल फ्लड पैटर्न चेंज. आई विल शो यू द पिक्चर्स इन द नेक्स्ट स्लाइड. डाउनस्ट्रीम ऑफ द रिवर इज स्टार्व्ड विद न्यूट्रिएंट्स. Density and diversity of the fish fauna that is highly affected. Once the dam is constructed, the lotic system is changed into the lentic system. This is the river, flowing river, and this is the reservoir. So riverine to lacustrine ecosystem is changed. This has impact on the aquatic life thriving therein. जो river में life रह रही है वो अब वहाँ impounded water में नहीं रह सकती. And it means either it has to move from that place or it will be eliminated from that area in any way. To understand how the river function with the diversity, animal diversity, aquatic diversity, or how the river is affected, first we must know how the river ecosystem works. If we will be able to understand the river ecosystem, then we will be able to point out the solutions. The river from source to mouth. Here we categorize the river in the stream orders 1 to 12. 1, 2, 3 stream order, that we call it the headwaters. Then 4, 5, 6 and 7 we call it the mid streams, mid river. And the 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 we call it the low reaches. So headwater, so this headwater, mid reaches and the lower reaches. Once river flow from source to mouth. Once it's flow, move through that, how we define this river orders? That is based on the width. जो upper reaches में होगा, mouth की तरफ होगा, width is very narrow, gorges is there. Then depth. These physical parameters, environmental conditions, width of the river, depth of the river, flow of the river, temperature, sediment load, and these physical geomorphological characters that basically control the aquatic organisms. Here in the aquatic organisms, we basically aquatic organisms, survival of the aquatic organisms that depends on the physical surface matter, physical matters at the bottom of the river, like the boulders, cobbles. I will show you in the next slide. So river habitat versus biotic variables, if we talk about the habitat specification, what is the mean channel depth, what is the mean channel width, what is the riparian vegetation. Riparian vegetation index means along the river what is the vegetation is there. Once the river starts journey from their source, this riparian vegetation, that is so much. But once it's moved lower side, and at this point this riparian vegetation that covers the area, so light even cannot sometimes not penetrate in that. And once the light is not there, photosynthesis is not there in the river at the source, and then it means there is no phytoplanktons which provide the food for the fishes and other organisms. Now this riparian vegetation, that is also very, very important, though it is on the banks of the river. Now the water quality, once we talk about the water quality, the water temperature, conductivity, total dissolved oxygen, total dissolved solids, turbidity, alkalinity, hardness, pH, these factors, they are very important, and they basically control the presence or